If your God is afraid of women showing hair, if your God is ordering you to kill and die in his name, your God is my devil. From the horse's mouth, I live this. I'm not speaking a theory, but stating a memory. I lived this. I was one of them. I am not guessing. I am not theorizing. I am not Western advocating for women from a distance like a feminist. I am a former Muslim woman who lived under this captivity. I grew up believing my gender was a mistake. I was brainwashed that I was an inferior gender. I believed God favored men and tolerated women. I believed obedience was survival and silence was safety. I believed male anger was holy and female existence was offensive. I believed beauty was dangerous and my body was a curse I never asked to carry. Under that system, under that regime, I did not learn faith. I learned fear. Islam did not teach me devotion. It taught me disappearance. The veil was not a symbol. It was a sentence. The rules were not cultural. They were territorial and violent. Honor was not morality. It was ownership. When you are told your worth is half of a man's in court, you internalize inferiority as a theology. When you watch girls married off before puberty, you learn that womanhood is a crime with no trial. When you see rape victims imprisoned for adultery, you learn that the system never intended to protect you. When you hear that a man can divorce you with 3 words, you understand that you are never a partner, only property. And when you realize girls are denied education because educated women are harder to control, you awaken to the truth. Ignorance is not holy. Ignorance is strategic. I fled not because I hated God, but because I wanted to meet the real one. And when Jesus came for me, he did not demand my silence. He demanded my resurrection. That is freedom. He gave me back my voice. He gave me back my gender. He gave me back my dignity. He gave me back my life. Freedom was not rebellion. Freedom was revelation, and revelation was liberation. And liberation is the most dangerous act a woman can commit under tyranny. Naming the system that shaped me. I lived this. There are Muslim majority nations where rape victims are jailed. I believed this logic growing up. There are Muslim majority nations where girls are sold as brides. I saw these girls. Some were my neighbors. Some disappeared and never returned. There are Muslim majority nations where daughters are honored killed and the state shrugs because male rage is treated as a divine right. Islam is a peaceful religion, right? There are Muslim majority nations where morality police beat women. I lived beneath that fear. I lived inside that silence. I lived under that theology. I believed it was God. But God is not the author of cages. He is not the architect of erasure. God is not the voice behind guardianship and veiling and imprisonment. Tyranny hides behind religion because religion is the last place people look for oppression. Oppression does not simply control you. It colonizes you. It moves into your brain, renovates your nervous system, and builds fear where identity should live. I was not simply oppressed externally. I became oppressed internally. I policed my own thoughts. I censored my own dreams. I apologized for existing. I disappeared myself. And you calling Islam a religion of peace? Wake up. And when Jesus resurrected me, the first miracle was not spiritual, it was psychological. Freedom rewired my brain. Visibility reintroduced me to myself. Dignity reassembled my everything. This is why liberation for women under Islamic regimes is not political. It is neurological, spiritual, and generational. Nothing I just wrote attacks Muslims as people. I love Muslims. I am against the ideology of Islam, Islamic patriarchy, legal systems, guardianships, hidden evil agendas, and invasion of Western world. I escaped that regime. I am standing here today for the liberation of Muslim women, for the liberation of Muslims under captivity. I am speaking and standing for those who cannot speak and stand for themselves. Now I am inviting you. Join me. Işık Abla Ministries fighting against this evil with the truth and love of Jesus Christ. I am in the front line. I am putting my life in jeopardy. My team is with me in the front line. We are bringing the good news of Jesus Christ to the Muslim world. We are seeing Muslims are getting saved right and left, giving their lives to Jesus because they want truth. They are hungry and thirsty for truth. If you are staying here and thinking, what can we do? Because they are in your midst. They are in America. They are invading with evil agenda America. Radical Muslims I'm talking about with this ideology. And you are sitting and asking, what can I do? Join us. Pray for us. Support our ministry. We got our marching orders many decades ago, and we are fighting this battle. And we need people like you. Join us and lift up our arms, because together we can stand united. And united we stand. We can fight against this evil.